Hey. So this is how I do the drawing thing on PowerPoint. I start off by taking an image of a model to just help me out on the internet, and like they look pretty normal. Like when you're looking at drawings, the models don't really look like this. They have longer legs, so I edit my legs and I make them a bit longer. And how I do that is I copy the image and then I place it on top of it and then I crop it to the knees. Oh, wait. I stretch the image first just to make the upper body a bit longer, and then I copy that, paste that, pile it on top, and then I crop it to the knees, and then I stretch the knees just so it could look a bit more drawing-y and less realistic, you know? Just because they like that long leg stuff anyway. And then to like stop, because if I want to move the image, obviously this is going to happen. To stop that from happening, I select both images and I group it together. And that's just how I start. And then from that, drawing around the actual person, I zoom in to like maximum 400 so I can be as precise as possible. And then I start drawing. I go on shapes, and then lines and connectors, and then you go on the curve. You click on curve. So it's the second one on the third row, and then you just click and literally go around the shape of the person, the model. I usually stop at the knees. To stop and to complete a line, you basically double click. So I'll double click at the knees because, like, if you're making a skirt or something, you will probably not need that line to show. I'll explain later. But yeah, once I've done all of that, the whole outline will start looking like this. And then I'm just gonna show you like some mistakes that you can possibly make. So if you zoom in, when you're doing the head, like you're doing the head, you can, like, what it does is like you're doing the head and you're drawing around the head, and then it's gonna like do that, and you really don't want that. So all you have to do is double click on it and then go on fill and then no fill. You don't want to fill, and then that's it. And then you're gonna, like, if you have like problems, like, can you see like that house that's not fully connected, that part there? Basically you double click. Oh no, sorry, is it right? I think it's right click, or if you have a Mac, you just click with two fingers and then you edit points, and then with that you're going to get this, and then you can just click on that point and extend it so it can be done properly. And also, like, let's say you make a mistake like this, like, you're gonna have to start over, and you don't really want to start over because that takes time. So you double click, right click again, or click with two fingers on your Mac, edit point, and then you can, these points here, you can actually manipulate them, so you can just like fix up any mistakes that you have. And I think that's it. Yeah, for that. Okay, moving on. Let me see. Oh, and can you see like how you don't really want to get the whole finger shape? You just want to get some of it, and then you can like edit it yourself at the end. And how I edited it was I double clicked because yeah, I double clicked there. Can you see the way I've got that there? So it can look like this instead of that weird awkward shape. Oh, moving on. Anyway, so I click on that as well, and then you can actually delete the points if you want. And so I deleted the points until I got up to there, and then I drew a line going that way with the same, come on, are you serious? And then I drew the line with the same curve thingy, the curve line. And then I removed this part. And also like with the lines, you can delete lines when you're clicking edit point. You can delete lines and also add points if you want. You can add points and then you can manipulate that point. Oh gosh, not that. You can add the point and then you can manipulate the point. I'm going to explain the adding point later. So I got that. I had like, oh gosh, yeah. You want to get the shoe part as well. So like if you want, yeah. And then when you're done drawing around the whole body, you're gonna oh yeah, before you get to that, when you're done drawing the body, so you basically delete the picture behind. The picture should be grouped, so when you group the picture, it should be all at one. And then, oh, come on, like the image is a little bit tilted, so if you clearly you don't want it tilted, so you're gonna like, if you wanted to like, you want to rotate it, you have to rotate it, and then you can't rotate it like just like this, because it's gonna mess up your whole thing. And if you wanted to make it bigger or smaller, it will just ruin the whole thing. So like before you do anything to this, select it all and then group it, put it in a group, so this way you can manipulate it without it being ruined. You want to copy and paste it as well, so you can just have it for other things. I'm just going to rotate it nicely, and then to get the black color, I'm going to select the whole thing, and then I'm going to go on the drawing thingy, specify the color, and I'm going to click on black, and then you can actually choose like what kind of the weight of the line. You can make it really thick if you wanted. You can make it very thin. I choose thin, and you can like have it come on, dashes and stuff like that if you want. But I go for this because it's just easy. Ooh. And then there's like I'm sure you saw the other lines down here. The weight of the lines, you can see like these lines, and then there's more lines as well, so you can pick other lines. And then for the shoes, I like, because it's there, so you might as well just decorate it. So I select it. I take instead of selecting it one by one, because you literally have to select one by one, go back and forward, and that's just long. So I hold down Shift, and then I select all the lines that I want to manipulate in the same way, and then I'll go down to the weight thingy, and then just choose that, just so you can give the shoes a little bit of design. So they go from plain like that, and then you can use, sorry, ooh, you can use the different weights, like the different lines that we saw here, if you wanted to create like different styles of shoes. And I think they add something than just the shoe being plain. And now onto the designs, how I put designs on them. One way that I like doing things is like by taking shapes, and you take the shapes literally from the shapes, and then you pick whatever shape you want to add on, and then you can just add the shape and then draw around it using the curve thingy, and then design from that. Or if you want, you can take an image from the internet, and then basically, yeah, like an internet relating to your concept. Let's say you're doing water bottles, and you want to use the water bottle silhouette. I've chosen the Russian doll here, and basically you double click it. Oh, is it double click? Double click it, and then you'll see like all of these things that you can do here: crop, remove background, filter to change the color of the image. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but if you wanted to, you could. Oh, come on. For that, I removed the background just to get the clean thingy, but it's not as clean as the Adobe thingy majiggy. And then you have that, and then you can just place it on your body however you want it on your body. And like if you wanted to like do it a bit more shaped sort of design, you can just move it to the back. But then like you can't really see the black line because it's distracting, so you can actually fade the image like I've done there, and you place your image whatever you want to do, and then from that you can design on top of that like I've done there. I just designed from that, and then the body is there to help you with the necklines and the arms, because you could design on the image by itself, but you wouldn't know where to put the arms and stuff like that. So the body's there to help you do that. And then what I then did, I removed the body. I grouped the body, by the way. I removed the body, and then I removed the image of the Russian doll, and I was left with this. And then from that, you can develop it yourself. And then obviously you have to select it and then change the weight of it. Usually it looks better with the lighter weight than the heavy weight. And then change the color, black, whatever. And to the next line, because like this is fine, but like it's a bit plain, so you want to make it a bit more interesting if you wanted. And we can use the same lines like we did with the shoes. And with this, I shaded it in to give it a little bit more something. And how you do that is basically you can only do it on curved lines. You can't do it on straight lines. So basically you double click on the, you're going to have to ungroup it for this because you can't just do it like that. Ungroup it. So you double click the individual line, and then you go on fill, and then you choose whatever color you want to fill it in. I usually do it in grey. Or like you can do whatever colors you want, but like it'll fill, but it's not always like just that part. I'll show you how to fill in just that part a bit later. Yeah, so I come up with all these designs and stuff like that, and then from that I put it back on the body. But like when you put it on the body, it looks like this, like it will look like this. You have that, and then you have to mount it on the body, and then it's like, how do I get rid of all of that? And basically you have to zoom in, and then you select the stuff, the lines with shift, and then you delete the lines inside. So you just delete the lines. This is why I like when I'm drawing it, I stop in certain places, because I know like if I was to draw the whole thing, it'll be really hard and complicated to do this. And then on this part, obviously, if I delete that, the neck is gone. If you wanted, you could do that and then draw on the neck again, or you could edit the point and then delete the points up to where you want it to stop. And then obviously you fix those parts. And then with this, remember when I said I stopped drawing out the knee? It's because of this. It's like sometimes the garment doesn't go over over the knees. Like, I mean, yeah, it's because of this, just to make it easier as well. Because if you had that whole line, it would be really complicated. So like you edit the points, and then what I usually do, because you know how we have that point there, you can actually move the point. So I'm just going to move it down. I want to move it down to where the garment ends, and then I'm going to delete the rest of those points. Oh, flip. You can close the paths as well, but you don't want that. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible, and you delete the points, and then you're just going to have that. And you do the same thing obviously with this, and then you'll get like a nicer look like that. And then if you want to, yeah, you get a nicer look like this. I filled in these as well, even though I don't like it that much. And if you like, you know how that line is showing and you want it to show, you just click on that, and then you probably know this, arrange it back, and then you have it like that. Like the lines will show. Arrange it back. And I was saying as well, if you wanted to put hair on your model, you could just draw hair on your model. Do whatever you want. That looks like a really cool hat. Or like you could take a picture of somebody and remove the background and baby, can you breathe? Remove the background. What is this? Oh, you can actually, with the shapes, let me go back to the shapes. You can combine the shapes. We did this in CAD, if you remember. You can take the shade, let me color it in a different color. Feel it, monsieur. Come on. Okay. So you do that, and you can combine it. Arrange. No, it's grouping. You can combine the shape, so it has a hole in it if you wanted that effect. And then going back, go back, go back. Come on. So back to where we started, and then select the whole, both of them again, and then there's like other stuff you can just play around with it. You can bring it together. I don't really get that, but with the bring it together, there you go. If it's like a snowman, you can and then it becomes one shape. And then there's other things as well. You can let me undo that. With this, you can extract it so it'll become a moon, I think. Subtract. That one doesn't make sense. Maybe I should make this bigger. It's like you can do work here if you don't like drawing. Yeah, it does that. And you can subtract. And this is all on PowerPoint. And yeah, let me delete that. So when you're done editing your stuff to leave the legs, you can have it like that. And if you wanted to add like fabrics and stuff like that, you can't just do it with like the shape. You know how we drew it and we stopped like that. We just stopped anywhere. You'd have to draw around the whole shape, like we did, with the head, how it filled in the whole head. You would have to draw the whole thing and actually close the shape, and then so that it's filled, like with the head, like draw around the whole thing and then actually go back to where you started. So if you I hope you get it anyway. Yeah, so like you draw around all of that. Don't stop. Don't double click to stop it. Just keep on going until you have this, and then it'll be filled in. It'll be like that. It'll be that blue, and then you can go and select no fill. And but obviously this time you want a fill on it. You want like your fabric or whatever image, and then you can click on fill, and then fill effect, and then right now it's got no fill. You can go on pictures and texture. They have their own stuff. I think it's really good as well. Flip. Wait, let me arrange that back. Let me click on it. You want to bring it back because you won't be able to see the details of that you put in. So you go on fill effects, pictures and or texture, and then you can add in all of that if you want. If you don't want, but I think some of them are pretty good. And with the pictures, you just choose a picture, and then you wait for it, and then you pick on a picture that you've got saved. Come on. Sorry it took me so long to make this video. I was really busy. Let's go for the sunflowers. And then you insert. That looks horrible. And okay, there you go. But you can obviously do that with your fabric. You won't really be able to manipulate it because you know like how you have the folds of the fabric. You can't really do that. Like there's things that you can and cannot do. And if you want, also you can go on patterns and add patterns if you want. But oh, that looks good. Yeah. Add your patterns. Add your buttons in different colours. Different colours. Yeah. And that's it. I hope that was helpful. If you got any questions, just let me know.